Yo guys, what is up? It's Teach here, coming at you again with another video, and we are over on Lost Island, which is one of my favorite new maps, and I wanted to show you a quick little video on a really awesome technique here. So this video is going to show you 3 different fishing spots that you can use in order to get a very easy access to loot, easy access to fish, and safe. That was kind of my criteria. They needed to be a safe location where you don't have to worry about predators. It has to be shallow water so it's easy to fish, and there has to be coal, which are easy to fish for, because saber-tooth salmon can kind of be a pain in the butt. So what do? Now I'm going to go ahead and turn on my tech helmet so you can see the actual fish. This is location number 1. It's not the most populated for fish, but it's very safe and very easy to fish here. Very shallow water, so you can throw it in. The fish that you're fishing for, it's probably going to bite your lure as long as you throw it close to it, because they can't swim very far due to how shallow the water is here. Now the chords, just so you can see this location, 51.4, 69.4, and you literally can just go here and get a stupid amount of fish. Now that being said, it only lasts for so long because they do swim around this little rock, and that's as far as they can go. There's usually a solid 30 fish here on any map, whether you're playing solo or official, and it's safe. Now that's where the crocodile spawns, so don't go over there, but this spawn right here, I have never seen crocodiles here, and I use this spot a lot to fish in. So it is a great spot. Now our second spot, I'm going to show you how to get there so you can kind of like cruise your way over the top of the redwoods and go to the snow zone. Assuming you have a little bit of fur, this is probably the most concentrated spot on the, oh my goodness, the most concentrated spot on the entire map, due to the fact that fish actually get stuck here. Just like on Aberration, where there's a small space for them to go into, you can farm a river over here. Now over here there's a little waterfall, and at the bottom of the waterfall there's a stupid amount of fish. The following chords, 30.9, 42.8. Now, little plug for myself here. If you haven't hit that like button, please do so now. If you've got something to say in the comments, leave it below. And if you haven't considered subscribing, please do. It helps out a ton. That's all it is for a plug. So anyways, look beneath me right now. There is a stupid amount of easy fish to catch. They are in a river, so they literally get stuck just like they would on Aberration. So you can build yourself a little canoe and just go up and down this river. And there's just an insane amount of easy coal that are large. You can see them right there. There's what, like a 1.3-ish, I would assume? 1.4. Okay, I was close. And get yourself a very nice amount of loot. Now, this is also a very safe area. Sometimes you'll get saber-tooth that spawn here, but it's not very common. And usually 1 or 2 of those, if you've got the ability to fish, you're probably not having to worry too much about them anyways. But look at the size of the fish. They're all large for some reason. There's a 1.7 right there. That's pretty cool. So these things get massive over here. They're pretty useful. Obviously, as you can see, this little river is a very nice little thing. It leads down into the Ice Wyvern Canyon, so you want to be a little bit careful about that. But, I mean, outside of that, it's probably just fine. I wouldn't be super concerned if I was you. There are no fish in this zone, obviously. There's so many predators, but up there, you're just fine. Now, the last spot is actually a little more difficult to get to, and it's more of an end game spot due to the fact that there's a couple of dangerous things nearby, and unless you have a base nearby, it can be a very difficult one to hit. Now, this is the desert zone that you want to go fishing in if you are fishing. It is probably the best overall fishing zone because I just like how it looks. That's personal opinion, so you don't have to like this one as much, but I do a lot. And it's around this little archway in the desert at the following coordinates, 83.9, 71.5. There, you can see it right there. And there's a massive little rock here. Now, around this rock, there's also a ton of fish. So you grab a canoe, and there's a ton of fish that spawn here. And you can basically go in a circle. And here's what's cool about this one. By the time you've hit the other side of this circle, you can see I've fished here a ton. You will actually have all of them respawning behind you. So it's like a never-ending loop of spawn because you're just far enough away for them to render back in and spawn again. And then you just spawn them all in. And you can see there's a ton over here near the waterfall as well. And then if you get sick of that, you can go up the river just a little bit to another lake where there are more fish spawning as well. And sometimes they'll get stuck over in this river like you see over here. But these are the 3 best spots, in my opinion, to actually go fishing. I always bring a canoe because a canoe is actually pretty great for this kind of stuff. You can see that there's plenty down there. This can be a little more dangerous. You can see the gator up there. Be careful of that. But there are plenty of fish in this lake as well. I like the other 2 spots more, but this is still a cool end game spot because it's beautiful and you can kind of just enjoy your time like an actual fishing trip, whereas the other two kind of just feel like you're kind of cheesing the game. So this is kind of like a fun late game one where you can just like cruise around in your canoe and have a little bit of a fishing trip. So anyways, hopefully this video helps you out, find some great fishing spots over on this new map, Lost Island. And really, other than that, teach out.